Konami Studios. Okay, everyone, it's back. Batman Catwoman issue number 5. You know, I've talked about this book, and I'll review my thoughts again for you quickly before we break into it. I don't like it. The artwork is good. It is very solid. It is fantastic artwork. It looks gorgeous. Some of the best stuff on the shelves right now. But the story is a muddled mess that goes nowhere. It's not that interesting to read. And the time jumping is really annoying. Like, it doesn't have a concise story that's being told, and I really don't like that. This issue in particular was pointless in my opinion. I think everything that this issue is trying to say has already been said in countless other stories and has literally nothing to add to the genre. I'm confused as to how Tom King can go from creating some of the best written stories in all of comics, but when he touches the Bat family, it doesn't work. It's just an interesting blend of just like good and bad. I don't know. It's so weird. So, Christmas theme, dashing through the snow. There you go. Selina sees something outside. Oh, it's an old Harley Quinn. Great. Let's see how that story goes. You know, Selina killed Joker. Harley's coming to kill her. Fantastic. We cut to the present timeline, or the past timeline. Past, maybe? I think it's the past, actually. Selina's drunk. She's pissed off at the world and Batman and everything, and she's taking some alcohol. She's beating up the barkeep. In the present timeline, we get another shot of Selina not wearing any clothes, which we've seen in almost every issue of the book. We get it, Tom King. Catwoman's your favorite character. Just write Catwoman. Whatever. So, the Phantasm, Andrea, comes to talk to her, and it's like, I have something to show you. Come with me, Catwoman. Great. It's great. I don't know. Ugh, what is this book? So, the future timeline. Harley Quinn comes to take revenge on her boyfriend, husband, Joker, and it's just so excessively pointless. I don't understand this. So she's just pissed that Selina killed him because she never got to kill him. And I'm like, we've literally been telling stories for a while now that Harley has moved past the need to be involved in the Joker in any way. And I feel like just setting up the line that you killed the only man I ever loved, you killed the love of my life before I got to kill him. It's such a redundant statement, and it adds nothing to the character or the story going forward. I don't enjoy that. I really don't enjoy what that's saying. And the other part of this book, so in the past and the present timelines, the theme comes into play is, what is Selina? Is she a good guy or a bad guy? And I understand wanting to play with that because it makes sense to me that if you are a fan of Catwoman, you'd want to tell that story, but you've established in pretty much your entire writing of the character what she is, and I think trying to restate that statement makes no sense, and this story doesn't add anything to that. So we have a scene in the past with a drunk Selina Kyle talking to a cat, just like, let's go rob something, take like a gem or something stupid from some place. Just, screw Batman. It's all pointless. Screw Batman. And it's like, okay. And then in the present timeline, of course, we see Selina and Andrea. They're hanging up this guy that worked for the Joker. And basically, Andrea's like, so what are you? Are you a good guy or a bad guy? What should we do this guy? A good guy would stop me from hurting him, but a bad guy would let him die. And it's like, okay, we know what Selina is. She's undescribable. That's the point, isn't it? That Selina could just be like, I'm going to play for my own benefit, but I'm also not going to be like a mass murderer or a terrorist. I might go steal a gem from like a museum or something, and I might flirt around with the Batman, but I'm not like a cold-blooded killer. But then she becomes one, so I'm like, what's the point of any of this? It's just like, what is your statement here? I think it's that Selina is the bad person, that she's always going to revert back to being the bad guy, but she's never really been a bad guy. She just steals gems and it's kind of like a burglar and that kind of stuff. She's just like the perfect antagonistic foil to a spoiled rich kid who dresses up as a bat. She steals from the rich and she just does it for herself. Everything Bruce Wayne would be attracted to. I just like, okay, we know what she is, so why do we have to make a book about it? You wrote how many issues of your Batman run, and the key theme was the relationship between Selina and Bruce. This doesn't feel like you're adding anything to that. Oh, Tom, what is wrong with you, man? So more stuff in the future. Harley and Selina are fighting. We go to the past. Drunk Selina falls into like a museum, crashes into a T-Rex skeleton, and Batman comes in to save her. And I'm like, great. Good stuff. I will say I like that Batman is hardly in this issue just because Tom really can't write a good Batman solo. Like, he does good on things like Strange Adventures for some reason, but it's weird, man. This is a weird book. So weird. Clayman's art, though, is just gorgeous and stunning at every turn. It's the reason to read this, honestly. It's so gorgeous and different. I really enjoy that. And then, we cut to, like, the present, and that theme comes up again. What is Selina? Is she a good guy or a bad guy? And then we cut to the future timeline, and old Selina's got Harley Quinn tied up, and then her daughter comes in and is like, Mom, what did you do? And you're like, oh, don't worry. There's so much crazy in this world that it doesn't matter, sweetie. And that's where the book ends. And I'm like, oh, what is this? What is this story? Honestly, it's so weird. And it doesn't flow great. Like, it flows better than some of the previous issues, but it's not that good. It's just like, is Selina good or bad? Well, we've pretty much established what she is, so why do we have to see more of it, Having an entire sequence where Selina gets drunk, talks to cats, and tries to break into a museum isn't adding to the mythos that she's quirky or different or just a fun character to write. It's just showing that you really just want to write her because you think she's cool, and it doesn't add anything to the character or do anything to make you like her. The future stuff with Harley, I think it's annoying, and I think it's against the character we've seen developed all these years. Of course, this book is out of continuity, so who gives a shit what I think about that? And I don't know. I don't understand the need for the Phantasm stuff. I mean, there's just so much about this that's all over the place, and I don't... whatever. Whatever. Tom King is still making more money than me, so who gives a shit? Let's just... Yeah, we get it. You like Catwoman, or you don't. I think you do, because every scene you have Clayman draw her in, like, some underwear. Cool. Good stuff, man. Great stuff. You are such a talented man. And he is. I really like Tom King. I don't want to say, like, I don't like Tom King. I just... I'm done, man. I mean, 5 issues. The book goes to 12. Wow. Just wow. So what is Selina? Answer in the comments below. Is Selina a good guy or a bad guy? Because I think the point of Selina as a character is she is supposed to be antagonistic to the world and to Batman, but she's also not a lunatic criminal like most people in Gotham City. That's just my take, but whatever. Good or bad, I think the point is she's in the middle. But what do I know? Okay, whatever. Let's stop there before I get even more angry. So, Batman Catwoman issue number 5, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.